there's really bad acting and someone will go, there's a tornado of sharks. Oh my God, there's a tornado of sharks. They're pretending to be scared, but you can tell they're not actually scared. Whereas the people that win the Oscars, when Heath Ledger became the Joker, he became that character. He got into the psyche of that character and became that. And you were really, like, you were uncomfortable. Like, you watched it and your skin was crawling. You had a physical reaction to seeing it because he embodied it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube machine. I'm Cheryl, and this week we're talking about embodiment, which is really what it takes to become the woman who is loved and who is loved easily and who receives that because of who she is. So what you're going to see next in the clip, which was taken from my program Infinite Love, is a bit of an explanation on what embodiment is and what it isn't and what it looks like. And I also give an example from, as you saw at the start of the video, bad acting versus good acting and what that can teach us about embodiment. Now, there is a caveat to this before we get started with the clip, which is that when we're embodying this woman who is loved and who has these really beautiful standards, which she asserts in a really loving way and attracts in a really natural way by being who she is, the example about acting, we're not playing a role. Right, we're not playing a role. I gave the example about acting because it's a way that they embody something, but we're not playing a role. So I just wanted to make that super clear. I know you're smart, I know you'll get it, but I just wanted to give that as a caveat. So let's get on with it. We're talking today about embodiment. So what I'll do is I'll explain what embodiment is. So embodiment is becoming the thing instead of pretending you've become the thing. So what that can look like in relationships and what it looked like for me was pretending to be the confident feminine woman with good boundaries and high values when I actually didn't feel that way. And I wasn't consciously doing this. And this is the thing, we don't consciously do it. We don't think, oh, I know what I'll do, I'll pretend to be someone I'm not. And I'm not suggesting that anyone's doing that at all, because I know for me, I was barely even aware. I thought I was becoming her, but I hadn't become her yet. And so it was this really strange kind of limbo between trying to become her but actually not embodying her yet. And so when someone came at me with a request that wasn't really honourable, like there was a guy who I was really hung up on, and he would, communicate with me, and I hadn't heard from him in months, and the high value, the part of me that's pretending to be high value was saying, oh, I won't text back to him yet, because then that will communicate that I'm high value and I'm not going to jump and text him back, when actually I was going, oh my God, I haven't heard from him in 3 months. Oh my God, he's got back in touch. Oh my God, I wonder what he said. And so when I did text back, it felt forced. There's that phrase, isn't there? Subconsciously everyone knows everything. I think it's Marianne Williamson that said that. I don't know if that's her quote, but I think that's where I heard it. We all know everything. So like the guy or the girl that you're texting knows something's up, knows something's not quite right, knows that something's a bit awry, right? And so that's when we're kind of pretending that we've embodied it and we're on the way to becoming it, but we haven't become it yet. And in that situation, when this person would make a request of me that was not what I wanted, so we weren't in a relationship, but this person would want to be sexting and all of this, there was part of me that was like, oh, what would the woman with good boundaries do? Oh, if I'm her, then I need to do this and this. But the other part of me was like, if I don't do this, he'll leave, and I can't have him leave because that's devastating, and I don't want to be without him, and all this other stuff, right? And maybe you relate to this. But if I look at that now that I am embodied and I am the woman I've been trying to become all along, and of course we're all a work in progress, and hi, I'm Cheryl, I'm a work in progress. But it's interesting because now I've actually embodied the woman who really does value herself and really does honour herself. It's like just getting a random DM on Instagram or something. It's like, what? Like, okay, anyone can send a message and you're welcome to do that. It's a free country, but I'm not, there's no part of me that's even tempted to respond to that. I'm like, it's just not. It's like you're speaking to me in French and I can't speak French. Do you know what I mean? Like someone's speaking to me in a different language. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why I would. There's nothing in me that's like, oh, let's have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? It's just not on the same level, on the same frequency. It's like when,
when you see like a movie and the actors are not very good, it's not really a nice way to say that. And you're watching like I don't know, Sharknado or one of those kinds of films that are kind of they're not spoof, but they might as well be. And there's really bad acting, and someone will go, "There's a tornado of sharks," and someone goes, "Oh my god, there's a tornado of sharks." You know what I mean? It's like very like they're pretending to be scared, but you can tell they're not actually scared. Whereas the people that win the Oscars, they're the ones that, you know, they're playing someone that's really, really sick. And so what they actually decide to do is be around people that have that illness, or they want to look exactly like someone who would be going through that, and not only look like that, but feel like that too. And so they reduce their food. And the image I'm getting, it's do you remember when Christian Bale did a movie, was it called The Machinist or something? I haven't even seen it, so I don't know why this movie's coming to mind, but I'm just getting this image of him looking so frail and so ill. And I read somewhere that he had like a can of tuna and half an apple a day or something for months, which is like, don't do that, by the way. This is like really, really unhealthy. But where I'm going with this is that he became it. He became someone who was very frail. So he didn't just look the part, he became that. I'm reminded of, can you tell I'm a massive DC Comics person with the people I'm referencing? When Heath Ledger became the Joker in the Dark Knight movies, obviously that was fatal for him. He became it to the point that it really made him mentally unwell. Again, not advocating for that, but just an example of what actually becoming looks like. He became that character. He got into the psyche of that character and became that. And when you see that on the screen, like I'm getting the visuals now of him being that person, and he was just, you watched it and you were really like, you were uncomfortable. Like you watched it and your skin was crawling. You had a physical reaction to seeing it because he embodied it. And that's what good actors do. They become the character.
Welcome back. I really hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to view the full version, then click the link down below. It's one of the free lessons as part of Infinite Love, so you can dig into that free lesson and a bunch of other ones as well. If that sounds like it's for you, then definitely dig into those free lessons, and I really, really hope they serve you, and I hope you enjoy them. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it, please comment below, please subscribe. Stay safe. I'm sending you all tons of love, and I will see you next week.